now you are up the duff with number two.
Preggers again. I know.
Not feeling as good this time though.
No. I that kind of nausea and tiredness lasted way longer. And I was just starting to feel really good.
Right.
And then I hurt my ankle,
Oh, yeah.
which has been a little bit of a spanner in the works.
Yeah.
But I was just more happy that when I felt that the baby was okay, because I think especially last year, having gone through a miscarriage, that was pretty obviously a bit upsetting.
Of course. Yeah.
So going into this pregnancy, even when we were trying, and it's just so daunting.
Yeah.
Because with River, I didn't even really think about anything going wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't really, I knew that, anyone can miscarriage. It's hugely common. But my mind didn't go there that much. Whereas this time it's been, oh my, is it growing enough? Before every scan, it was, am I going to see, is the heartbeat going to be there? Am I going to get that bad news again? It was just like, just my heart in my throat before every scan. And then every time I had a scan and got the all clear, I was like, oh, okay, now I've got to wait another 2 weeks. And it was just trying not to worry. And I really, really thought, because stress is the worst thing I can do.
Yeah.
For myself and for my body. But I really tried to just put it all aside. And so it's been a very different pregnancy in that regard as well.
Yeah.
And even now I'm still, almost at that point where I'm in the second trimester and everything should be happy days, but I'm still just not.
A bit nervous.
A little bit, yeah. There's just an underlying little worry there that I wish wasn't there.
I know.
But, I think it's natural after going through something like that.
Totally. I miscarried in between Bax and Arlo.
Oh, okay.
And it was the same. You didn't think about it beforehand.
No.
And then I was really shocked when it happened, because I'm like, but I've already had a baby. You just can't, I didn't think it would happen after I had one, even though it can, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, this is really happening.
Yep.
And it is really full on. And I read that after the 48 hours after you had miscarried.
Yeah.
Just people constantly asking, or if somebody asks you, so when are you having another baby?
Oh, that has happened constantly. I think as soon as I had River, it was like, when are you going to have another one?
Oh my God, isn't it?
So it's constantly, and it's been something I've been really vocal about.
Yeah.
Where I think it's such a private, intimate part of your life of, deciding that you're going to create another human with your partner. And it really is no one's business. And I'm always so shocked. Like, I would never ask someone, when are you going to have a baby? Are you pregnant?
Yeah.
When's the next one coming? Why haven't you had a baby? Or do you not want kids? Or it's just so, and I think people just do it so often now and just think it's such a common thing to ask that people don't think there could be underlying issues going on, whether the couple's going through IVF, whether they have just miscarried, whether they might be pregnant but they're not at that 12-week mark where they feel comfortable to announce. And you do put a lot of pressure on someone when you ask that question, because there may be a reason why they don't want to answer it.
I mean, usually there is, even if it's like, I could, or if I used to go when people would ask me, I'm like, you don't know if my relationship's even okay. Like, what if you're in a really bad place right now and you're asking? And
all that's done is reminded them of it. And so that was part of the reason why I came out and spoke about the miscarriage, was because I thought, my God, there's other women going through this that are probably going to ask, when are you having another baby? And it's just the last thing you want to think about, talk about. And the thing is that a lot of women don't want to necessarily, especially me, like, I'd just gone through this procedure and the news of learning that this little bub had not made it, and the last thing I wanted to do was talk about conception and pregnancy.
Of course,
but the thing is, I wasn't yet in a space where I could go, actually, I just had a miscarriage 2 days ago, because you know what that's going to do to that person who's asked the question. They're going to go, oh, awkward.
I know.
So you're then putting on this smile to go, I don't know, we're thinking about it, and it's just not great, and I just don't think anyone should be put in that position where they're forced to answer that question.
It should just be a blanket rule. It's like
a blanket rule.
Really obviously pregnant, let's not talk about it. Even at the park the other day, I was pushing my little boy, and there was a lady who had twins, and I said to her, "That's so incredible, your body made those twins." And her response, as soon as she responded, I was like, "Oh, you didn't grow these babies."
Yeah.
And as we got talking, she then said, you know, they're surrogate, and I thought, oh, of all the things I could have said, and she was fine about it, but I didn't think
innocently. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think people are doing it intentionally to make someone upset.
No.
I think it's totally innocent, and there's good intentions, definitely good intentions, but it's just maybe not thinking.
No.
And it's such a funny little area, but I do think everyone should be awarded. Or afforded, I should say. Everyone should be afforded a bit of discretion and privacy in regards to that.
Totally agree. Totally.